Hi, this is Victor Adatiba, the Business Consigliere with BusinessConsig.com. I want to start off by thanking everybody for their continued support of my broadcast, as well as the site BusinessConsig.com. Don't hesitate to forward this video along to anyone you feel could find it helpful. On the site, you'll find links to share on Twitter and Facebook, or you can send the post as an email, all at the click of a button. Also, feel free to post comments on the website. We need to open up the dialogue between entrepreneurs and hopeful entrepreneurs, so please post any questions you have about the video in the comment section. Before we get too deep into episode 3, let's do a brief recap of some of the content from episode 2. In episode 2, I got a special request from Facebook friend Adrian to talk about financing. So we learned techniques that would allow you to finance your business. We learned that banks don't like to give business loans and that payday loans are bad. We learned that the average American has an exorbitant amount of debt and a little bit about their saving habits. We learned that we should minimize startup costs and keep things at a bare minimum. Only pay for expenses that are a necessity. We also learned about several billionaires who started their fortunes with little or no money. We learned we should start small. There's no need to spend your life savings on a venture if you aren't sure if or when the profits will start coming in. Got it? Good. Productive networking. I got a request from Facebook friend Vicky asking me to talk about productive networking. One of the key pillars to conducting business as well as growing it to the next level is networking. Now, over the years, the word networking has been used way too loosely. That's why today's episode is titled Productive Networking and not simply networking. So many people think networking is going down to the local bar for happy hour and passing out a few cards. I think too many people try to justify socializing by calling it networking. So, ladies, writing your number on a napkin and giving it to the cute bartender is not networking. And gentlemen, giving the waitress at Hooters your business card is not networking either. So here are a few qualifying questions you should ask yourself after a night of networking. How many cards did you collect? How many cards did you give out? How many drinks did you have? How many fingers am I holding up? Wait, sorry, disregard the last two. Those are questions the cop that pulled you over would be asking. But how many of the people whose cards you actually collected could actually be an asset to you? And how many could you be an asset to? Let me give you a few quick pointers to remember the next time you're out networking. A question I got from listener Shay out of Houston, Texas. What is your suggestion for finding your niche market online or in person and getting in contact with them? I posed this question to a good friend of mine, Rich, over at webseriesnetwork.com. His response was this. The first question you should ask yourself is, who do I want to talk to? Once you've answered that question, make a list of where you think these people would hang out, both online and offline. Then go to these places and introduce yourself and your material to them. Thanks, Rich. That's great advice. A firm handshake can go a long way. A good handshake can be the difference between how you doing and I'm here for business. When I reach out to give someone a handshake and it isn't a firm one, it's an immediate turnoff. I try to give women the benefit of the doubt, but for men, it can be a deal breaker. A limp fish handshake is pretty bad. What? You don't know what a limp fish is? Okay. Oh, remember the guy in Scary Movie with the strong hand? Okay, if you haven't seen Scary Movie, I'll include a link to the strong hand clip in the show notes. But yeah, so in the movie, he's like, take my strong hand, take my... Okay, still don't get it. Okay, hold on, I'll demonstrate. Can somebody give me a hand? Okay, thanks. So this is what a handshake is supposed to be like. Hey, how are you doing? See that? Firm. Now this is what a limp fish handshake is. You see that? It's just weak and sloppy. But to me, the worst kind of handshake is it just fingers. This is when one party fails to fully extend their hand and stops short. So instead of shaking hands, you're really just shaking fingers. Like this. See this? This one just kills me. Next tip. Always have a business card ready. If you're really there for networking, or anywhere for that matter, you should have a business card ready at all times and be ready to whip it out like a ninja whips out Chinese stars with stealth and accuracy. Finding your card shouldn't be like a Where's Waldo book. Oh, my card? Yeah, I've got one here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, yeah, here. No, that's my grocery list. Hold on. No, this is a parking ticket. Hold on. Oh yeah, here it is. No, this is your card that you just gave me. Hold on. Yeah. Here it is. Here's my card. Yeah, I got one. I must admit, I'm guilty of this too, and I'll tell you what. I'm gonna make you a promise. To my viewers, if you can catch me out without one of my business cards, I'll give you $10. Next tip. Make plenty of eye contact when you meet a potential client. There's nothing that says you don't know what the heck you're talking about, or you're just flat out lying more than a lack of eye contact. I personally can't take anybody serious if they won't look me in the eye. It's like I'm talking to my little niece about why she got a yellow card at school today, and she's too ashamed to look at me while she's talking. So if you want to be taken seriously as an adult that really knows what they're talking about, make eye contact. I know a lot of this can come from being unsure of yourself and your experience as a new business person, but every business owner started in your shoes, and with hard work and dedication, they moved up through the ranks. With time, you can too, but Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was any other business empire. My next tip is this. You need to be able to give a clear, concise synopsis of your business and what it is you do in under 30 seconds. You never know how much time you'll have the attention of the person standing in front of you. There can be many distractions around you depending on where you're doing your networking. If I'm at the bar pitching my film company to a producer that wants to put up $100,000 for my next film project, and I've got to compete with the girl serving drinks with her long flowing hair and her low-cut blouse, let's be honest, there's no competition. How can I go up against that? I'll never be able to keep his attention when she comes over for his drink order. What's the solution? Don't try to hold him up all night talking his ear off with irrelevant chatter. Keep it short and sweet. Give him just enough information about yourself, your company, and how you could be an asset to them in 30 seconds. Just pique their interest. And if they want to hear more, offer to exchange cards and let them know you'll give them a call tomorrow or send them an email reminder to check out your website. Business calls. Now here's the thing about business calls. This tip is mainly for guys, but there are some ladies out there who need this tip too. Business calls are not personal calls. You shouldn't just be calling to be calling. This is the fastest way to send the wrong message. You don't do this. Hey, can I talk to Helen? Yeah, hey Helen, what's going on? How are you doing? Oh yeah, this is Victor. You remember me? Yeah, we met at the social mixer the other night. Yeah, that's me. So, how was your day? I was just at work and I was thinking about you, so I decided to call. So, what are you doing later? Oh, I just wanted to see maybe if you wanted to get together, we could, hang out or do something. Oh, okay. Well, no, that's cool. I just figured I'd ask anyway. So, what are you wearing right now? Okay, I know I went a little over the edge with that last question, but this is how some people's follow-up calls go. Keep it short, sweet, get to the point of the call, and get off the phone. Open up with an introduction. Say your name and give a brief reminder of where you met, what you talked about, and when you met. Next, you should find out if they're busy and whether or not they're available to speak right now. Then you can go on to let them know the purpose of the call. Either you're calling as they requested, you want to set up a meeting to discuss what your company could do for them, or something of that nature. And in the same light, you should treat voicemails the same way. So a call should go like this. Hello, can I speak with Megan Smith? Hey Megan, this is Victor Adetiba with BusinessConsig.com. Yeah, we met last weekend at the Business Development Conference. We spoke briefly about your plans to take your company international this year. Yeah, that's me. You remember? So, did I catch you at a bad time? Okay, good. Well, I just wanted to follow up and introduce you to some of the international marketing strategies we've set up for some of our clients and see whether or not you thought they would be a good fit for your company. Another quick tip on phone numbers is that you should never really erase a current or potential business contact's number. You never know when you or someone you know will need that number. I've fostered and grown many business relationships by keeping numbers and emails of people that could one day come in handy to myself or someone I've come in contact with. And one of my pet peeves is having to give someone the same number twice. If the contact was important enough for you to need once, chances are you'll need it again later. So save it in your phone, on a contact list, or you could always just email it to yourself along with their business name and a brief description of what it is they do. And that brings us to our last tip, which could possibly be one of the most important business and personal tips I think I've learned over the years. Do not, and I repeat, under no circumstances should you make your first or even your second contact with the person be to ask for a favor. Now, I understand one of the key purposes of networking is to find people that can benefit you in some fashion, whether monetarily or otherwise. The problem is that everybody wants something, and even if the person you're asking is the kindest soul on earth, there's no possible way they could oblige the requests of everyone. So they've got to make a choice of who is the most deserving. So what is it that makes your request any more important than the requests of the masses? Even the Bible says you must reap before you sow. This means you've got to put in the legwork to make yourself deserving. See what you can offer them first before you come to them with your hand out. Many of these things may seem simple and rudimentary, but they're often overlooked. One of the people I bounce business ideas off of, Keelan Drumgoole, gave me a very wise piece of advice. He told me once that it only takes one client to change your life. Let me say it again. It only takes one client to change your life. In episode 2, I talked about Steve Jobs, and the one person it took to change his life was the man with the computer store that agreed to buy 50 units from him. If he had left a bad impression on that man from day one, he never would have received that opportunity. So one person can open the door to untold opportunities in your business career. That's why you have to treat them all with care and be sure to nurture that relationship. You never know who you'll meet, who they know, and who they can provide you access to, or when you will be called on to deliver. So be prepared. Let's recap. 1. A firm handshake will go a long way. 2. Always have a business card ready. 3. Make plenty of eye contact. 4. Be able to give a clear, concise synopsis of your business and what it is you do in under 30 seconds. 5. Remember proper phone call and email etiquette. 6. Never erase a phone number. 7. Never ask for a favor without giving one. Got it? Here's your point of action until next episode. Last episode, we discussed financing your business. What I want you to do this week is to go out and network with 5 people. Collect their business cards, send them a follow-up email, as well as give them a follow-up call. Then I want you to send me an email of the outcome of your networking for the week. I want you to tell me what you feel you did well with, as well as what you struggled with. You can send your emails to me at businessconciliere@gmail.com. If you've got any questions, send them to me at businessconciliere@gmail.com, and make sure you leave comments in the comment section below. And don't forget to visit businessconsig.com, where you can sign up to receive a free copy of my new book, 5 Things You Need to Know Before Starting a Business. I'm Victor Adetiba, your business consigliere.